Something's happening.
So starting.
Something's happening.
There are things.
Success, but it's lagging. I'm not doing there what I'm doing here.
No, there's always a bit of lag, so just don't watch that.
Okay, all right.
That will mess you up real good. No,
when will then be now?
In a few seconds.
All right.
Like, it's like 3 or 4 seconds behind. I'm not really sure why. All right, now I'm online. Hey, everyone. It was showing me that I was online, but you... It just flashed. I don't know why. Seem to be getting good throughputs and stuff. All right, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's okay. My internet has been a little bit messed up the last couple of days. I don't know why, but it seems like it's working okay now. So we should be good. So roll call. All right, we got Jesse, day 5, IDT. I'm going to go dite it. Peter, Feta, Jesse again, some more James. Peter, okay, cool. All right, now I'm online. There he is. Success. Hands up. Yeah, okay, good. You're seeing us. Hey, Jim. Welcome. Welcome. Who is this? Don't worry about this guy. It's fine. Audio is pretty low but audible. Yeah, you might have to turn it up. I'm trying to put this mic kind of in between us. And it seems like my levels are kind of okay. So maybe just turn up your thing.
Okay. Well, I'll be sure to speak extra loud.
Turn up the gain a little bit. Let's see how this sounds. I don't like wearing headphones on here. Yeah, this sounds kind of okay to me. I don't know. I think it's probably all right-ish. If not, we'll make adjustments. Yeah, so good. Cameron can hear us both fine. That is all I care about. Tech and Pens, hey, welcome. It is very sunny here. Yeah, why? Are you getting storms or something? We're getting all sun. Yeah, Jesse lives out in the Raleigh area. Just shout. Yeah, so, y'all, this is my good buddy Adam Rosenfeld. He is another, it's a bit boomy now. Well, I turned the gain up a bit, so that's probably that. Let's try this. We've been colleagues at University of North Carolina, Greensboro for a while?
A dog's age.
Something like a dog's age. And Adam has an adorable dog. She was actually on the stream a few weeks ago when we were dog sitting her. She was adorable.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was. I should have told you.
I know.
I definitely got permission before I put his dog online. Yeah, Kala was like sitting in my lap, being adorable. There was a thunderstorm, so she was hiding under my desk when she wasn't sitting on my lap.
That's what you do.
Yep. Most of the YouTube content is louder. Yeah, I get it. Oh, for the no, that's because when I do YouTube content, when it's just like my fingers or whatever, I'm like this, which would be way too loud. So I'm back for live stuff. Sorry, Peter, you just have to turn it up. Yeah, cool. So yeah, folks say hi, Adam. Actually, let's pop this out so we can see it better.
You told me not to look at this screen. Ah, there we go. Okay.
There, now you're okay.
I didn't bring my glasses either. This is impossible for me to read.
All right, cool. If anybody says anything, I'll let you know.
Yeah, translate for me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cover for the fact that I actually never learned to read.
Good. And philosophy professor even. It's former science teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, I've covered cleverly through many years here.
Soccer enthusiast.
That's right. And many things to many people.
Yeah. Lapel mic. Yeah, I don't have one of those. And if I did, I wouldn't have two. So I don't do lapel mic stuff. So Adam's hanging out today because our dogs are at doggy daycare together. Kella is new to the doggy daycare, and Scraggles is keeping her company. Also, Audrey is out of town. She is out at the St. Louis Pin Show. I don't know how it's going. I haven't heard from her since early this morning, so I assume it's going okay. Usually when she's bored, she texts me a lot, so I'm guessing it's fine. So we've just been kind of hanging out today, and about an hour ago I said, hey, by the way, I do an online live stream thing, so long couple of weeks for you, Feta. Yeah, well, enjoy that beer. What are you drinking, Feta? He is in Costa Rica. So he wants to know what your EDC is.
EDC.
Yeah, what do you carry on you every day?
What does EDC mean?
Everyday carry.
Everyday carry? Wallet, vaporizer, keys, glasses. I didn't. Oh well, that's maybe glasses don't qualify.
Some days carry.
I ditched them today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably about it.
New Zealand in the house. You might actually be the first Kiwi that's been on here from New Zealand.
Go to bed.
Welcome, yeah, welcome, Vaughn. What is it? It's got to be late, like 3 a.m. or 5. I feel like it's like 13 hours off or something. I don't know. A local beer called Pilsen. I feel like I've heard of it, but I probably haven't. Cool. Yeah, so Adam's not really a pen guy, although
I use pens from time. I have like a fine collection of Bics. And other pens that I steal from the bank.
Bank pens.
Bank pens, and
I do like a good hotel pen.
Yeah.
I think I've got some sweet Marriott pens here in my drawer. Yeah.
They're clearly designed to only last for like a little while.
Is that right?
I think so. They have like way less ink than other pens.
Now I have to see. Let's see. Ah, here's a Courtyard by Marriott. Let's see what this guy's got in it. Oh, you bastards.
It's opaque. You can't tell.
Wait. Jesus.
Careful.
Don't look into the lights. I don't think it's going to work.
Comedy of errors. I'm sorry that I suggested this. It was a real kind of a half-assed theory to begin with.
I can't tell.
Okay.
It's impossible. So I'm going to go ahead and say Adam's probably right. Oh, jeez. I am so blind right now. This flashlight, for those of you who are EDC people, is not all that bright. It says, jeez. It says it's only 250 lumens, but it does have an assault setting. So, you know. I don't know if it works. I've never had to repel borders. It's 8 a.m. Woof. That is even further than I thought it was. But also, good morning, I guess. That's a perfectly reasonable time to be awake.
I guess I retract and I go to bed.
Yeah, I go back to bed? It's got to be 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
That's right, Saturday.
Yeah, so. Adam is a philosophy teacher like I am. We teach in the same department.
Mm-hmm.
We've taught in 2 of the same departments over time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've been colleagues for quite a long time. You steal from the bank to afford some of the fountain pens out now? Yeah, well, I mean, if you steal bank pens, they're going to not buy them back for very much. Yeah. Let's see. JC likes your humor.
Thank you.
You can actually watch Adam on YouTube. Do you have a good YouTube URL?
I think if you just search for Adam Rosenfeld, you'll find my channel.
Yeah.
And I have it's philosophy videos.
Yeah, so if you want to like do philosophy, like watch philosophy lectures, and damn good ones, by the way.
Yeah.
Go to his channel. Let me see if I can. I don't know how to just make a text thing.
We have some on history of ancient philosophy, some on history of modern philosophy, which might sound like an oxymoron, but like if modern means between like 1600 and 1800, it's not that weird. And some stuff on logic and critical thinking. Actually,
let's try this. I'm gonna try a whole new audio setting. I've never used this before. Do that again. Yeah, so that should be better, actually. Okay. How are y'all? Are y'all hearing him better? This is very fancy kind of settings on this microphone. Now it should be recording both ways. Much better.
I like that this is also covering the places where my shirt is bulging. And the tensile strength of the buttons are being tested.
Well, he was telling me how he's been working out lately.
That's true. Yeah, until I saw this. That's the one thing about videos is like you suddenly realize you're much fatter than you thought you were.
Yeah, I've got about 4 cameras on me right now. It's the each one adds 10 pounds. I'm a completely reasonable weight. There's nothing more to be learned there. Let's see. Love a Budweiser from the Czechoslovakia. That's kind of awesome.
Oh.
Czech Bud. Weird.
Yeah.
Jim's out shopping. Cool. Buy something neat. What else we got here? Oh, Figueroa brand. Oh, okay. Czech Republic stuff. So here's a question for you. As a non-pen guy, how do you feel about my pen proclivities and that kind of stuff? How do you feel about being friends with a pen nerd?
I like it. I like it when people are like geek out over stuff, and why not pens? It's not the sort of thing that ooh, listen to that. A little taste of Spätzle Brewery.
Yeah.
I like using your pens. I would never spend that much on a pen myself.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
Totally sane way to approach the world.
Yeah. But I spend stupid money on stuff that like other people don't care about. As I said that, I realize now like I'm gonna have to talk about which kinds of things.
Yeah, what kind of things do you spend stupid money on?
Music.
Nobody here is gonna be judgy about this shit.
Music. I spend money on music.
Like audio quality, like audio stuff, or the actual music itself.
We have another colleague, Rick Gallimore, who's an audiophile.
Yeah.
At a point where it seems like it's become maladaptive.
Uh-huh.
He can't listen to the low quality stuff. I try not to go go quite that route. But what else? We spend, like, my wife and I spend crazy money on plants. We have spent a ridiculous amount of money on plants, and we're relatively new homeowners, so we spend money on our house.
Yeah,
but I guess that's not geeky. That's just kind of.
That's what you do when you have a house.
That's like grown-up shit.
That's adulting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also spend kind of, or at least have in the past, spent lots of money on plants.
That's right.
In fact, people here have seen that. Yeah, I gotta move this. I don't know why it won't go down now. Come on. Now it's too light. I needed that tiny... There we go.
There we go.
Needed a tiny bit of weight. There. Yeah, so people joke that I need to start a channel called Plant Dependence.
Yeah.
And just do a plant YouTube channel. And I'm about half tempted most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a lot of work, though. I don't know if I want to double my workload.
Where do you get your... Do you shop for plants at, like, a local nursery, or do you order them online?
I've never actually mail ordered a plant.
We almost exclusively mail order our plants.
Really?
It goes pretty well.
You've got a good plant place in Greensboro. The Greensboro Shrub Market, I think, is pretty good.
We don't go. We mostly like Wayside Gardens and like a couple of other places.
Yeah,
we're catalog plant folks.
Well, there is one of the best nurseries in the country is out in Raleigh, and that's Plant Delights.
We'll go check it out sometime.
Yeah, they're only open like 4 times a year.
Okay.
So next weekend is one of their open days.
All right.
But if you want something that's kind of weird and will definitely survive in our climate, that's the place, because they like develop their own lines of plants, and nothing's cheap. Like, you're not going to find a plant for under probably $13.
But if you know that it's going to be a winner, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least probably a winner. I mean, sometimes they will still die. I've lost plants before, but
sometimes that's operator error.
Yeah, I think so. My rule of thumb, and I get this from my aunt, the horticulturalist, is you have to kill something 3 times before you give up on it. That's the rule of thumb. 1 time, whatever, that just happens. 2 times, well, user error, but learn.
Right.
3 times, maybe you just don't grow that.
It just doesn't grow here.
Maybe that's not going to happen. Yep. Now at Uniqlo, I have no idea what that is, Jim. That sounds weird. It doesn't sound like a real word. I was in... Wow. Yeah, you are going to all the stores that I don't know how to say. Hey, Claire, welcome. What's up, Ink Guy? Easy to spend $600 on a phone that's only relevant for a year or 2. That is definitely true. I've been rocking the same phone for a while. He's very tolerant of, like...
Yeah.
Old phones.
iPhone 5S.
Try this. Point the Yeti to the roof and set it to Omni. I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, we'll try it. I'm actually not sure what that is. Maybe it's this one. How's that?
We should. I think we'll probably have to talk for a little while to find out.
Yeah.
Whoa!
That was obscene.
Look at it go! It's like full of helium.
Oh no! How's that? Sound pretty good? It sounds like it's capturing both of us.
All right. Can I do I need to like put my?
No, I think it just needs a set of headphones. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Jesse wants to know what your favorite pro wrestler is.
I only followed pro wrestling for a relatively short amount of time when I was younger, and I had a real soft spot for the Ultimate Warrior. I think it was the face paint, mostly.
Arm tassels?
The arm tassels were definitely cool.
Yeah.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I liked Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And who can't help but giggle when they say Jimmy Superfly Snuka?
Or Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Or Rowdy Roddy Piper, yeah. But he was a heel, though, right? You're not supposed to like him.
I think he went back and forth.
Yeah.
I think you can appreciate a heel even if you don't love the character. You're like, I love that's a character.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think that's what you're supposed to do with heels. Jesse asked because Jesse Justice actually... He says arm tassels are coming back. Mm-hmm. So when that happens...
In many ways, they never went away.
The Ultimate Warrior never dies. He designs belt buckles, like the title belts.
Oh.
Not just belt buckles, like the whole title belt thing.
Very cool.
I've got a real dope picture of me wearing one. I'll show you.
Yeah, that's one of those things that I've never thought about who designs those, but now that it comes up, obviously somebody does.
Yeah, Jesse Justice does.
Awesome.
He says those are all excellent choices. So good.
I saw the Royal Rumble in Houston, Texas. I don't even remember what year it was.
You went to it?
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. I went there. I had a friend who was way into wrestling, and he brought me. And Hacksaw Jim Duggan won that. We could probably figure that out by like sleuthing out what year did Hacksaw Jim Duggan win the Royal Rumble.
We'll crowdsource that shit.
Yeah.
Hey Jesse, when did Hacksaw win the Royal Rumble? I'm not gonna think of something myself when I've got
That's right. That's right.
People, there's like 25 people watching. It's a little bit low for actually a Friday, but I think a lot of people are actually at the pin show, which is yeah. Usually I get to go to pin shows, and so I'll walk around. I'll use that little contraption with a mic.
Yeah.
Do a walk around. It's pretty cool as people see what a thing is like. You're gonna have to Google it. I feel like you should know that, Jesse. I feel like you should know that. Oh, they're both Japanese brands. Kino's a bookstore and Uniqlo is clothes. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Jim's in New York. So he...
New York? The city's so nice.
Yeah. Actually, Adam, you went to university.
I went to graduate school at Stony Brook University, which is not New York City, but striking distance.
1988, Jesse says.
Okay. All right. So that would have made me 8 years old, 9 years old, depending on the month.
Uh-huh. That'll be in the summer, so...
Yeah, so I would have been 8, yeah.
Yeah, also Adam and I almost have the same birthday.
And we grew up, like, right around the corner from one another.
Uh-huh.
It's kismet, really.
Yeah, it kind of is.
We're soulmates.
Yeah. Aw.
But in a, totally straight way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Platonic soulmates.
Yeah, so I grew up in this little town called Alvin that nobody's ever heard of. And he grew up in Sugar Land, which is another little town almost nobody's ever heard of.
Actually, you'd be surprised how many people have heard of it.
Yeah, I guess it did kind of get out there in the zeitgeist because of the... who was that congressman that was from there? The bug man from Sugar Land.
Oh, yeah.
That son of a bitch.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either. Elizabeth Dowdy. Oh, hey, Elizabeth Dowdy. Welcome. Tell your dad I say hi. Stony Brook is close. Yeah, Stony Brook is pretty close. It's on Long Island, right?
It's on Long Island, yeah. It's what do we usually say? Hour and a half by Long Island Railroad, 3.5 hours by Long Island Expressway.
That sounds awful.
Well, it's
the only place I've been in New York is Long Island, and
you did not plan that vacation well.
Wasn't it was for a pin show?
Okay.
And I haven't been back.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Wrong Island. Sometimes people say Strong Island.
Yep. Stony Brook, woohoo, Long Island says Angel. Somebody knows Sugar Land. They say it's near the Woodlands. I mean,
yeah, more or less. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I wouldn't want to walk it, but
it's close enough.
Yeah, it's on the west side.
Yeah, so he grew up on kind of the west side suburb, and I grew up on kind of like southeast-ish side.
Southeast.
Yeah.
Southwest for me, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was close enough that our football teams in high school played against each other. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't meet until we came here, though, so it's kind of... And we both ended up in philosophy, which is totally weird.
Yeah, North Carolina bringing Texans together.
Yep. Let's see. You got nothing. What are we talking about here? I must have missed something. That's cool. If I missed something, let me know. Oh, who's the guest? You're late. Tisk, Letitia. This is my buddy Adam Rosenfeld. He's a colleague of mine in the philosophy department and a good pal for the last several years. Our dogs are at daycare together, so we're hanging out. That's our excuse today.
That's the long and short of it.
Yeah, on Sunday our excuse will be World Cup.
And both of us have both of us are living the bachelor life. Both of us have our wives away. It's
true. My wife is in St. Louis. His is in Germany?
Yeah, she's in Munich.
Yeah. She might actually... Was she going to watch?
No, she said she was going to bed because she doesn't care enough to stay up
and see your face. I've seen your face for a while. I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh man. Sandra says message retracted. You visit your family and go to Kino? Cool. And Angel says she lived in Babylon for a New York minute.
Oh yeah, okay. That's a stop on the railroad.
Mm-hmm. That's the railroad stop. Sandra does have a zillion Russian. Let's see. Oh, Sandra missed meeting me in SMU for a year or so, or by a year or so. Yeah, something like that. That's okay, Letitia. You can totally play. You're welcome. You remember the fear is type of jokes? Nope. I do sort of remember like a no fear T-shirt, but I don't know the no fear things or fear is. Sorry, man. Fear is watching a U-Haul with a Texas license plate parking in front of your house, says the folks in North Carolina.
That's good.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I actually came to North Carolina from Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah.
Which isn't that weird, and actually...
It's just right over the mountains.
Yeah, right. It's next door. And before that, I was out of Bowling Green, Ohio, which is also not that weird here. You end up with a lot of Ohioans. They call them... The colloquial term here for people like that is halfbacks.
Halfbacks?
Yeah.
Specifically from Ohio?
Yeah, specifically Ohio, but generally the Midwest. It's basically people who were said it was too cold in Ohio, so they moved south, usually to Florida, and they went, nope, too hot, and then they moved halfway, and that's here.
That makes sense.
Yeah, halfbacks. Audrey's parents are kind of halfbacks who live in Tennessee. But
okay.
They never went, well, they went to Florida, but, you know.
All right.
Yeah. So this is kind of in the, Lowell at No Fear t-shirts. I don't know when that stopped being a thing, but I'm glad it did.
Well, yeah. A certain amount of fear is just healthy. Somebody advertises that they have no fear.
It's a crazy person.
Yeah, it communicates to me that, yeah, you should give them a wide berth.
Yeah. Somebody was asking about Adam's current EDC. Yeah, he EDCs totally normal stuff like wallets and phones and vape pens and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not a vape pen. It's a whole...
Yeah, it's a little mod.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Yeah, he's not a pen guy. He's just a friend of mine, so I'm having him on here. We have a Fear the Horns t-shirt, Go UT. He's a UT grad, right here.
The University of Texas.
The University of Texas.
University of Texas, yeah.
Is
Austin.
Is the important? You don't have to say at Austin. You just say University of Texas.
Well, there are other but
but who cares?
Well, I don't want to seem arrogant.
I mean, if
I say the University of Texas.
Right. So you hit the capital V. Yeah, I mean, if you go to UNC, you don't say UNC
Chapel Hill.
Nobody says that.
Yeah,
you say UNC.
You have to specify if it's not the flagship school.
Yeah, so I say UNCG.
Yeah,
that's the off-brand.
Or the G, as we're branding ourselves now. Just the G. Yeah, you like that, don't you?
I don't know. I'm kind of okay with it.
Yeah.
The University of North Carolina at Greensboro does take longer than the G.
Than the G, yeah.
If they go to THAG, the G.
The G. Nothing but a G thing, baby.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Oh, look at the time.
Right, exactly, right. It's about 15 years too late for that comment.
No, Sandra, I'm not dissing UTD. That is a perfectly nice school, full of perfectly nice people. But if you say UT...
could mean Tennessee.
No.
No?
No. Everybody calls it Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
If you're in Knoxville, you can say UT.
Ooh.
You can say UT, but people will still ask you which one.
Okay.
If you say, I went to Tennessee, they know University of Tennessee.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So no, the D you got to tack on because you're not the main one. Our philosophy professor is supposed to smoke tobacco pipes instead of vapes. You had one that looked like a pipe.
I did have one that looked like a pipe. And I smoked tobacco cigarettes.
Yeah.
I never really got the hang of a pipe, but
I was watching a TV show with Audrey one time, I don't know, last week, and I said, you know what looks cool? That pipe. I should start smoking a pipe. And she's like, no.
It's pretty bad for you.
And I said, okay.
There's all kinds of reasons.
So many reasons not to smoke a pipe, but it does look cool.
I like to think of myself as somebody who's sensitive to reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
But looks cool is a reason. So yeah, what are you going to do?
It's not a very good... It doesn't counterbalance, all the cancer.
That's right. Yeah, looks cool versus cancer.
Your mouth falling apart. I imagine there are terrible things.
Yeah, that's right.
I imagine it, loosens your teeth because it's constantly dragging on your jaw. I don't know I don't know if there are pipe effects. I don't...
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
You'd have to go back to Victorian times or something when women were bursting into flames for no good reason. Did you hear about that story?
No, that women burst into flames in Victorian era?
Yeah, so in the...
Spontaneous combustion.
The 18...
This wasn't like burning witches.
No, so in the 18-somethings, and I forget the dates or whatever, women's clothing was incredibly flammable. It was all very airy and crepey, but it was also treated with this stuff that would make it more white or something, and it was incredibly flammable. And so I think
lots of layers with air in between, so
right.
It's like a perfect
and you couldn't get out of it.
Yeah.
And also there wasn't really electricity, so there were lamps were flames.
Yeah, or everywhere.
And so right. there was in London within 1 month, and I want to say it was like, don't check my dates, don't at me on this, but I think it was like 1870 or something is the number that comes to my head. There were 19 women in 1 month who burned to death just at parties.
Boy, that's suffering for fashion. Yeah.
And the thing was, there was a flame retardant like material,
fabric,
or
yeah.
It wasn't a fabric, it was like a coating, like a treatment you could put on it, because it was like muslin and this kind of stuff that's incredibly flammable.
Yeah.
But it made the clothes slightly yellower, and so that was out of fashion and nobody would wear it or use it. So they were literally just bursting into flames because they didn't want to be slightly off-white.
Well, I suppose then there are worse things than smoking a pipe because it looks cool.
Right? There are entire stages full of ballerinas who would go up because they had these like wide skirt things.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're close to each other, and the lights around the front of the stage are all flames. One catches the whole line of ballerinas.
Oh my goodness.
This is a thing that would happen with a regular enough occurrence that it wasn't like that.
How did you come across this?
It was a story I found on, I forget, some
like one of these like podcasts where people just kind of like talk about random facts.
It was originally on a podcast, yeah, and then I ended up looking up the background material and like, oh, this is...
And now you're passing it on.
Yeah, no, I'm passing... I think it was like an Atlantic article or something.
Okay.
I don't know. If I can find it, I'll put it in the description, but I probably won't remember to look for it. Oh shit! We've been ignoring chat for a while here.
That's okay. Well, I doubt anybody was saying anything as fascinating as what you were talking about.
Nobody was bursting in flames, as far as I know. Anybody buy the Stipula Passporto yet? Nope, I have not. I probably won't. I didn't like them very much. I know they've got a new version, and it's not terrible, is what I hear. But I don't know, man. Smoke cigars? Nope. Your wife hated pipes and cigars. It was nice of you to try out both to make sure she hated them equally. Bought and sent back the Passporto. That's doesn't sound crazy. How do we get to burning wishes? They're not witches. They're perfectly normal women in society in London. Yeah,
so are many witches.
The dyes were extra flammable, says Claire. I believe it. Although in this case, I think it was mostly the white dresses that were really going up, but I bet all of them would too. Michelle didn't do it. She parked her broom a while ago. I mean, that was nice of you. You gave yours away. I'm guessing you're talking about a Passporto and not a burning witch. Dying for fashion. That's a solid pun. D-Y-I-N-G.
Ew, I get it.
Threading on the pin is so fine it leaks as an eyedropper. Niva subpar. Yeah, you gotta use they have like an O-ring gasket in there, and you can use like grease or whatever, but still not great. Flaming ballerinas, are you not entertained? You better be, or you can just leave. I don't care. It comes with a weird history lesson. You're welcome. I actually, when I was teaching this this last semester in my 331 class, it was a very long...
Business ethics?
No, it's the social political philosophy.
Oh, got it. Yeah, yeah.
And so it was like a 2.5 hour long lecture. And so I would start out each segment with like some kind of weird fact. Like there was, I don't know, 1 week I just did like sun facts. Like, I don't know, you can put like 500 Earths inside the sun or some weird thing like that.
Right.
And then the burning people one was one of them, so I remembered it. Let's see. Nib on the Passporto is good. I believe it. Thanks for making us learn during your summer vacation. Too bad we're educators.
Yeah.
I can't stop.
Yeah, you can just, you can't.
Let's see. It's close to bursting into flames because your mail person didn't deliver a pen. That's figurative flames. These are actual literal fiery flames. I got a new pen today, actually. I haven't opened it yet. We'll open it here in a minute.
Unboxing.
It's going to be an unboxing. We'll do it for the live folks. I know more or less what pen it is, but I don't know what it looks like or anything. Dude just said he was going to send it to me. Anybody order the new Opus 88 Fantasia? I have not. Oh, you got a Pro Gear Slim in Ocean. Those look cool. I didn't actually know they made the Slim in Ocean. I thought it was just the regular one, but cool. We're outside to catch the mail person coming back by. Yikes. They, were you standing with your hands on your hips, like, shaking your head at them sternly? That's what I hope. Oh, the 88 is a pocket eyedropper. Yeah, I guess I knew that. I just never thought about it. Found a good low-cost pen for Bay State Blue, the Faber-Castell Loom. No cleaning problems and darkness. Oh, no cleaning problems. Darkness show the blue dye. Yeah, the Loom is really good. It's not super cheap, but, I mean, those are like $35, $40. They're not really that cheap. The only thing I've ever put Bay State Blue in is a Preppy, because I'm willing to sacrifice a $3 pen. But not something better. Did not.
I have a question as a pen layperson.
Yeah.
What's the... So, like, for lots of products, there's, like, a price point where, like, there's a difference in kind.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's just kind of like anything less than this. Like, if it's wine less than $30, it's, like, there's a completely different... There's a difference in kind than, like, wine that's more than $30, like, for the most part. What's that breaking point for pens?
I don't know. Y'all in the chat, let me know what you think about that. I'm not really sure what the break point would be. I mean, probably like... We've got good examples of like kind of good intro stuff.
Yeah.
Starting at like $20 or $30 right now.
Okay.
I mean, if you're paying less than, I don't know, $15 for a pen, it's probably going to be of much lesser quality.
Yeah. So if I wanted to like enter into the pen world from like disposable Bics, I should look to spend about like $25, $30?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that is like a $28 pen. It is perfectly...
It's a fountain pen.
Yeah, perfectly good fountain. For not fountain pens, if you go above like the stuff you'll find at the drugstore or the Target, you're only getting an upgrade in materials and not in actual performance.
Okay.
So like this one is this is a $60 pen. The top twists.
Yeah. I think I've seen this before at like pub trivia.
Oh yeah, I probably brought it to.
Yeah. That's slick. I like it too. It's got a cool look. How much did you say?
$60.
Yeah, perhaps worth it.
On the other hand, this one is about $35. That one twists at the top
Also
as well.
twists.
Yeah. And the thing about those is the only difference is the body. They both use the exact same refill. So
I was gonna say I like the look of that one better, but I don't know if I like it $30 better.
Yeah, right. And so that's the thing you got to decide. I mean, it's gonna feel different in the hand and that kind of thing. It's a very different shape. It's a different aesthetic. But
this one doesn't have a clip. The other one did.
Right.
That's a functional difference.
Yeah, definitely. But when you're talking about ballpoints and roller balls and that sort of thing, you can get a real good one of those for, I mean, $5 is a solid roller ball or a solid ballpoint. Up over that, you're probably just paying for aesthetics and like different materials. If you want like a heavier pen or something like that. Okay. But also generally they're not throwawayable. Like you're not gonna, it runs out of ink, you're like, well, in the trash.
No, you'll
refill the inside. Yeah, for I don't know, $3 or $4.
Okay.
So you buy one for longevity, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because you like the art, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. For fountain pen though.
Yeah. What are the hoi polloi saying?
Yeah. Let's see. New Pen Day. Yeah, it is New Pen Day. You're in a heat wave in Colorado. I mean, I guess.
Oh, I saw that. It's like crazy hot in Colorado right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's insanely hot. It's
right.
hotter in Colorado right now than it is in Texas.
It's been validated. DA5 IDT just landed a tenure track job starting in the fall. Getting your notes ready for my first class. Any experience with class notes, skeletal notes for students? Yes, but let's come back. Mail person said they honked during ring the doorbell. I don't know. You're not going to do that with a bunch of dogs in the house. $100 says Jesse. That's accurate, I think, for fountain pen stuff.
That's a tipping point for...
Yeah, so that's a second tipping point. So after about $30, then you get into this range of pens up to 100, which are pretty good, but it's a fairly limited range. Yeah. At $100, you can start getting gold nibs and like slightly better materials and better fit and finish. Okay. And then above that, like you're getting handcrafted stuff, and you're getting limited editions, and you're getting more exotic stuff.
Like collectible.
Yeah, a lot of collectible type stuff. Like there's not like a difference in kind, I wouldn't say.
All right. In terms of like performance.
Yeah, right. It's not going to be better in like a big way, I don't think. Yeah, I think $100 is pretty good. 100, 150, 75 might be a little bit too low for that break point, I think. Wine less than $30 is vinegar. Now, look, I don't know if I've ever actually bought a bottle of wine that was more than...
I've enjoyed my share of $2 Chuck.
I think I may have splurged one time and gotten like a $15 bottle of wine. Yeah. I drink a lot of Riesling and stuff. I'm not a very complicated wine drinker. So, I don't know. Listing really low price points? Yeah, I mean, it depends. 150? I don't know if there's a big difference between 150 and $100 in fountain pens. The new Twisby Go at $18. I'm not going to say that until I get one in my hands and it's good. $18 maybe. I mean, I was thinking a little bit under 20 for like the Metro. I guess those are okay. Never been a huge fan, but they're all right. Okay for a new fountain pen person. Yeah, right. Feta breaks it down much more granularly. Under 20, 20 to 50, 100, 250 to 300, over 5 and over 8. I mean, between 5 and 8 or 5 and 5,000, you're just getting different materials. You're not getting like, it doesn't write better.
Did you say $5,000?
Yeah, sure. There are pens that cost thousands of dollars.
Okay.
Thousands.
I believe it.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I believe it.
I mean, hundreds of thousands,
I mean,
even millions, I assume.
Collectible anything, you can spend as much as you want.
And some of those upper range ones, you're throwing like precious metals and like fancy jewels and stuff on them. So, yeah. Twisby Go looks ugly. Yeah, I'm in between. The Twisby Go is kind of weird looking, but I don't hate it. Let's see if I can pull this thing up for people who don't know. Let's see, it was in the Market Watch yesterday. Let me find it. It is a weirdo pen for sure. Still scrolling. People are talking a lot. Here we go. No, that made this one.
Okay.
So this is the Twisby Go. It's a... So you've got this little nib up here, and then you've got the snap-on cap, and then this is the ink reservoir, and then this is like a plunger with a spring on it, and you put your thumb on the back and kind of work the plunger with your thumb. And this is supposed to be like 18 or 20 bucks. We'll see what it is when it comes out, but I don't know. I don't know what to think about that exactly. It's weird, but I also kind of like it. I don't hate it.
But you've not used it?
No, it hasn't come out yet.
Oh, okay, all right.
This is a coming soon, like August sort of thing.
All right.
You like the exposed mechanical ugliness? I think I do too. Yeah, Metropolitan is 35 NZ. Wow, that sucks. That's what you get for living on a tiny island, I guess. Which as well as good number 5 nib holder might get it. Baron Fig's aesthetic, yes. Actually, he sees a lot of pretty pens because I bring him to pub trivia nights and stuff. Edison pens are more than 100. Yep, true. I think 100 pen. Okay, 100, 150, sure. But I think 100 is like the break point. 150 is a little added. $100 you get into gold nibs and stuff. Surprisingly few pens in the 30 to $100 range that are worth it. Yeah, I agree. It's a pretty barren landscape, and mostly it's populated by Faber-Castell and Twisby. But Faber-Castell's got all kinds of good stuff in that range. FC45 is $85. Is that right? If so, then cool. I thought they were like $100, but yeah. $2 Chuck for a wine person. Yeah, I like $2 Chuck just fine.
It does the trick.
I mean, if what you want to do is get drunk, then yeah. You have a $3 wine in your fridge? All right. Wouldn't drink $2 wine? I'm not going to turn my nose up at wine if somebody's giving it to me. Rule of thumb in Europe is never spend more than €3 on a bottle of wine. So that's what? Wait, more than? Never spend more than €3? That sounds too low.
Somebody's clearly breaking that rule.
That's too low. Definitely people are. UK has a CO2 shortage, so beer stocks are running low because hot spell in world.
Oh dear. Wait, CO2 shortage? I thought we had a CO2 excess globally.
Should be able to suck it right out of the air.
Yeah, they need to do some carbon capture.
Yeah, that's weird. I've never heard about that. That sounds crazy. Like helium shortages I've heard of.
I have heard of this, yeah.
But CO2...
Well, it's hard to hold on to. It just...
You do not have a pen that costs $1,000? I don't have a pen that costs $1,000 because it's $1,000.
Yeah, we're educators.
Yeah. I mean, look, put them together. I've got some money and pens, but not one. That's crazy. Show him the chaos. I don't know. You want to see maybe the most hideous pen?
Well, now my curiosity is piqued. How can I say no?
It is. It is.
Yeesh.
Yeah, that's that's the chaos. I'm gonna put it on here for you.
Looks like an Ed Hardy pen.
Nope, go more extreme. Who would you say would be the spokesman for this pen? Here it is in gold. Here it is as a watch.
Whoa. I have no idea who would be the spokesperson for that pen. Lucius Malfoy?
Nope, real human. Real human being.
Wait, what are you talking about? Is that not real?
Listen, I don't know. I didn't read the last book.
No.
I did read the last book.
I didn't read any of the books. I just watched the movies.
Fair enough.
Now, who is the spokesperson for this?
Sly Stallone.
Really?
Stallone.
It's not like
here you go.
It's not like I thought he was particularly classy to begin with, but
there he is.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
It surprises me that Sly Stallone is a spokesperson for a fancy pen at all.
Yeah. Right? But yep, he is. And also that pen costs a good $1 billion.
Ugh.
The gold one is a nonsense. It's like $60,000 or something.
Yeah.
Even the silver one is thousands. It's nuts. I don't think it writes better than whatever I have on my desk.
To each their own, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like at a certain point, you run into like, kind of, I don't know, questions about how many hungry people you could feed with the money that it costs to buy that pen. But
yeah, somebody points out correctly that Sly Stallone endorsements are cost money, so they got to pass that on to the pen user. Tracy goes, ridiculous. You want it? I get it. I'm gonna have one because why not? It's gonna be a love it hate it pen. I agree. All the retailers put the exact same video because there's only one video. That's all anybody knows. The epic sax tune, yeah, it's dope. I actually don't hate it, but you know, so loud. That's funny. Oh, also it's loud because these are right next to the mic, and probably vibrating the mic stand a little bit. Now that I think about it. Let's see. Disagree about the European wine thing. Epic sax, indeed. As it goes, interesting concept. Looks too chunky. I'm not sure how big it's going to be because they've only shown it in proportion to a disembodied hand, and who knows? Maybe that person has little pixie hands.
Little tiny Trump hands.
Yeah, right. Signal dead zone. Good luck with that, JC. The Go is unique. I agree. Time for real ale. How the lager waits for more CO2. I mean, the yeast makes the CO2, right? Like that's in it?
I don't know if they're... I don't know if that's how it's... It would have to be bottle conditioned. I'm sure there are some beers where the yeast makes the CO2 that fizzes the beer. But nowadays, I think most fizzy beers are carbonated with, like... with carbon dioxide.
Oh,
like from
right.
a tank.
Kevin C's late today. Welcome, Kevin C. You're here now. This guy reads Harry Potter. Who doesn't? I mean... Let's see. Buy that pen for $100. You know, Jesse, you could just design that pen. I feel like you could put your.
That's right. I think the Intercontinental Championship of wrestling should come with a pen like that.
Yeah. Jeez. Cheetah just saw the CEO from Monograppa on Goulet. I didn't. Oh, for the who spokesperson is, yeah. You all that input and direction of design for. Oh wait, he charged them $5,000 to design that, to give input on the design. Sly Stallone is actually an artist as well as an actor. Reason for his slight slur is a strokey head in his 20s. Yeah,
I know that. Yeah,
yeah.
I like the first Rocky. I think it's a fine movie.
He wrote that sucker.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Sly is. I think he's a very talented dude. I'm a big fan. Also, like Vin Diesel, way more talented than people give him credit for. That guy, I mean, wrote films that won at Cannes and stuff like that.
Did he?
Yeah.
What?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he's a film writer and director and all kinds of stuff.
All right.
He's not just the Fast and Furious guy, although I bet that pays the bills.
Could be.
He's got to pay for all that D&D time somehow. Dude loves D&D, by the way. Gold is more in the SUV. Yeah, I feel that's true. That's like a couple of my trucks at least. Let's see. He's an investor in Montegrappa. Well, I bet he is. Not the Dragon pens the Goulet is now going to be offering. There's something at a lower price point, kind of like the Chaos. I don't know those. I haven't seen them. Charlie has a Chaos marked down. What has he got it marked down to? $5,000 is the cost. Oh, the cost for the pen. I see. This is the kind of beer in the production line. We got to catch up on these things. Chinese pens for cheap. Yeah, you can find all kinds of crazy Chinese pens like that. Demolition Man is still your fave.
Favorite movie of all time?
No, it's got to be favorite
Stallone movie.
I don't know. Maybe it's your favorite movie. Let me know. Who was that? Dapper Man. You let me know, Dapper. Is that your favorite movie of all time, or just favorite Stallone? What is my favorite Stallone movie?
I think it's either Rocky 1 or maybe Copland?
I never saw Copland.
Copland's solid.
Yeah. Over the Top.
Does not make my list.
It shouldn't.
But that
Cobra?
is... You're correct. Those are both movies with Sly Stallone.
Rambo?
Rambo is excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. Demolition Man, though, that is real good.
It is.
And it's got Snipes in it, which is awesome. I never saw Judge Dredd, but that might be... I know the new Dredd is supposed to be better.
It's much better.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Much better.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Vin Diesel's also the Groot guy, don't forget. Yeah, but he's not really acting there.
What are you talking about?
Creed is an amazing movie. I never saw Creed. I saw the one...
I saw Creed. It was all right.
All right.
I don't think it was quite as good as Rocky 1, but it was good.
What was the one where he like kind of lost and retired? Was it just... What was that one called?
I don't know.
It was the last Rocky named one.
Rocky 5, maybe.
No,
Rocky Balboa?
Yeah, Balboa is what it's
Rocky
called.
Balboa.
Yeah, that was good. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oof. Oh, he's a big D&D guy? Oh, that sounds silly. Creed is a movie. Got it. 10 grand? That's the discounted price. Now I'm cool. All-time favorite movie is possibly the original Blade Runner. Oof. I think Adam and I disagree hard about Blade Runner.
Yeah, we disagree hard about a lot of movies.
Yeah.
But yet we still find a way to be friends.
Somehow.
I know.
Somehow.
It's a miracle.
Yeah. I didn't mind the first Blade Runner. I thought it was fine. Although I'm not 100% sure I ever saw this director's cut of it. I don't know. JCVD as himself is the best role. Is that the... He's got like a reality sort of show, but it's not really a reality show.
It's on,
like a
it's on Amazon,
thing.
right? I think.
Yeah. Jean-Claude Van something, or Being Jean-Claude, something like that.
Yeah.
Gotta duck out. See you later, Jesse. One of the kids needs a ride home. Psh. Cobra was amazing. Cobra didn't suck, David. Best slice movie is definitely Creed. Cool. Rambo the book is awesome. I didn't know there was a book.
I didn't either.
I'm pretty sure he wrote Rambo too, but I wouldn't swear to it. I thought Adam looks more like a more fit Silent Bob Kevin Smith. Looks like a skinny Kevin Smith.
The bar's low.
Actually, I think Kevin Smith has now set the bar for skinniest Kevin Smith. That guy is a stick person now.
Is he? I didn't know that.
He lost like 50 pounds.
Like Drew Carey, who's also kind
of
like,
skinnier.
Like shockingly skinny. Really?
Yeah, let me find you a current Kevin Smith. So he lost like 50 pounds because he was just way too thick. And then he had this heart attack and his doctor was like, you lose like another 80 pounds. He's like, cool. So he cut out all the sugar and that's how he lost the first 50. And then he went vegan and now he's lost like a ton more. This is
old. that one with the messy hair below. Yeah.
So this is old Kevin Smith. Thick.
Yeah. I think that might be him at maximum density too.
Yeah, I think
that's quite, and that also, yeah.
Here's him in the hospital bed, which is kind of sad because I'm glad he survived. I like him.
Yeah, I like
him.
Yeah,
too. He is very thin now.
Huh.
Like, he's. I guess he doesn't want to have another heart attack.
Well, to each their own. Again.
Yeah.
Some people like $1,000 pens. Some people like to not have heart attacks.
Yeah. Weight Watchers, huh? How about that?
My mom does Weight Watchers. The point system.
Yeah. Cliffhanger is a great cliffhanger. Oh yeah.
The mountain climbing movie.
Yeah, I wonder if that holds up. They had a lot of green screen going on.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
I feel like we're devoting a lot of time to Sylvester Stallone movies here.
I don't care. It's my straight.
More than it's due.
Skinny dudes look weird in hockey jerseys. I agree. I agree, especially when they're extra large hockey jerseys. He was going for big in that thing. That's why he wore hockey jerseys, because he's like, I am very fat and I want to not look that big. Oh yeah, John Lithgow was in Cliffhanger, wasn't he?
He was
the bad guy. Yeah. I have seen Kevin Smith. Oh yeah. Let's see. What do the pets think of Academia friend Adam? I don't know. Mr. Nose has been around. The other two are kind of just doing cat stuff as usual.
The cats treat me with more or less benign neglect. The dog's a fan though. Yeah. I feel like Scraggles likes me.
She does.
Yeah.
Scraggles stayed with him for a little while, and it was.
That's true. Yeah, we got along.
Yeah, they were beard buddies. Sarah says, "Man, this sort of rambling is pretty standard for Friday live streams." She's not wrong. Also, we pre-gamed for this one. I'm not going to say that didn't help.
That's true, a little bit.
So, I don't know. I think maybe I'll just open this thing now.
Sure.
I don't know. Y'all want to see a pen? Let me know if that's a thing y'all are into.
Woo!
All right, he is. Oh, I also got this new knife this week. My buddy Tony Scalambrini. By the way, here's another thing. I was on a podcast last week, Gear Geeks Live, and you can now download that on your podcast player of choice with me, Mike Madison. And so we were talking after the show, and I said I was going to start reviewing bags and stuff, so he sent me a bag to review. I'm pretty psyched about that. And he threw in this fun little Ryuki knife as well. He said this is the Twisby Eco of knives. And it's a very nice little flipper. All right, let's open this guy. Gotta be careful, my address is on the other side. I like y'all. They don't really want you coming to visit unannounced. All right. This is from, as you can see here, Schoen Design. Ian Schoen is a really cool guy. I got to meet him last year. Is it Gwyneth Paltrow's head in a box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Not a head.
What's in the box?
That's right. I talked to Ian Schoen a little while ago. He was thinking about making a fountain pen, and he makes ballpoints mostly. And so, no cookies, cupcakes, or brisket for me. What? What is this? If it's Gwyneth Paltrow's head, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe this is like still about Kevin Smith losing weight.
Maybe, I don't know. Does that mean? Oh yeah, no, I'm not trying to be Kevin Smith. Does that mean the knife is going to disintegrate in a year? No, the ecos are fine. There was, as a way of background, Twisby, this company that makes this thing, has a history of pens that sort of fall apart over time.
It's not a biodegradable thing.
Nope. I mean, not intentionally.
I see.
They just tend to break.
Okay.
But the ecos have been holding strong for a while, so that's pretty good. Said you didn't want us dropping by. Oh, I see. Well, Sandra, you know you're a special exception to that rule. All right, you open this guy up, and I have a skinny little Schoen Design thing, and then a bunch of cardboard stuffing. So
I'll take that from you.
Cool. There's a card. By the way, if y'all didn't know this, let me get this closer here. Come on, focus, man. You can do it. Doesn't want to. Ian actually makes watches. He got the movements, they're like retro movements of some kind, classic movements, but he actually makes the whole rest of the watch, like hands and casing and all that kind of stuff. So those are pretty cool. They're also very expensive, but very cool. And handmade by a dude. There we go. I've never bought a pen from him before. He sent this one out as a trial. Looks like we have a notebook first. Ooh.
That's nice.
That's a nice notebook.
Is that a thing with pens? Do they come with notebooks?
Sometimes.
That's clever. I like that.
Yeah, it's nice. I actually didn't know. And this is looks like a collaboration with Write Notepads. So Chris Roth. Write Notepads. Oh, this is interesting. It's got lines on one side and dots on the other. And they're green. That's kind of fun. So you get like, let's see, are you gonna focus? Yeah, maybe I turned autofocus off accidentally. Anyway, you get dots on one side and lines on the other. That's kind of cool. And it's right, so it's going to be probably a pretty good notebook. And then this is the pen inside. And it's in its own little cardboard holder thingy with my name and the style of pen and the date of purchase and the person who sold it to me or sent it out for review. In this case, this is Ian. Watches are a bit overpriced. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I would also... I'm not going to spend that much money on a watch, but I like the hand design bit of it and handmade stuff, so that's cool. But yeah, Ian is a really nice guy. And this is a little Schoen pocket pen. There it is. I moved my camera, so I keep going to the wrong place. Metal clip. Black anodized body. It's got screw threads on the bottom. There's a little screw in, like a set screw in the bottom. We'll look here in a sec. Then, there's the pen. This is a little pocket pen sort of guy. It's fairly small. I'm not sure what refills he uses in these. I think he uses the, shoot, what do you call them? The waterproof, pressurized, all that kind of stuff. Chris likes doing all sorts of crazy shit, like promising people a beer if they find him at a pen show. I saw him do that in Baltimore. So this guy, Chris Roth, who makes, he's a binder and like bookmaker, basically. He has these like coins for members of this subscription thing. You get like notebooks in the mail, this kind of stuff. Yeah. And he said, if you find me at a show, give me this token, and I'll just give you a beer.
That's nice.
So I think Sarah was actually there with me at the time, and this guy comes up. He's like, "Hey, Chris, I've got one of these tokens." He's like, "Cool, boom, and just hands him a beer. Like
he just like produced it out of thin air, like
beer
in a mug.
No, it was a Coors Light, I think.
Okay.
But because he was mainlining Coors Light the whole weekend.
Yeah.
But he had like a 6 or a 12 pack on him at all times. It was just in a bag, and it happened to be sort of sitting underneath the shelf. And he was like, "I have this coin." He's like, "Here you go." Just like immediate beer. It was kind of awesome. Good guy to be friends with for sure. He gave me a lot of those.
If you like Coors Light.
I mean, I'm not gonna look free beer in the face.
Free beer, yeah, that's right.
The clip looks like, what'd you say, Retro 51? I don't know. It looks a lot like Kara's Customs actually uses a clip kind of like this, or a clip mechanism. This is there we go. This is the Retro 51. Not a ton. It's more industrially. It's got the screws in it and everything. Body's got to be aluminum. It's too light to be anything else. Length is not bad for like jotting some notes. Yeah, it's totally doable. This little tip looks kind of tiny on this, but I'm used to fountain pens with more room. And I actually posted with a little screw-on thing. This is actually a totally normal sized pen. It's not super heavy. It's good. Let's see if it works.
Why don't you use the notebook that it came with?
I'm a little precious about notebooks. And I
Yeah.
don't want to just like write
You wanna
random
keep it
crap in
pristine?
it.
All right, fair enough.
Like, I'll use it for something, but I don't know what yet.
All right.
I don't know.
All right.
It does work, which is kind of impressive given that these generally these refills kind of suck. I only have one other, and it's this one. Space pens is what they use. Space pens. And this one is terrible, and I hate it. So let's see if I hate this one. So the trick with this set screw is that this is actually how you get into the pen. The whole pen body is one piece otherwise. And you use the end of the clip here, this little turn-up bit, to, I think, yeah, there we go. So we remove the set screw, and then this should just come out. Yeah, just knock it out. This is a black medium refill. This one actually, I mean, in the little scribbling I did, it seems like it's pretty nice. I didn't like the other space pen I had, but this one seems good. It was low-key plastered the whole show. I don't know if it was low-key plastered. They did have cases of beer on them for sure. You can get an adapter for D1 refills too. Oh, that's good. Those are better. Yeah, Kara's Customs. Yeah, that's right. Cases of beer on them. Yes, he did. Screw to post. Yep, it's a screw to post pen. Find the notebook's special purpose. I mean, I'll figure out something for it. I'm not really sure what. Shown 1 and 2 of your favorite pocket pens as of now. I don't know what this is actually. Oh, it is an O2. I don't know enough about Ian's line to tell you more about it, unfortunately. I'll have to do some researches. But I can tell you the fit and finish on this looks really nice. Doesn't take very many screws to twists to unscrew. That's kind of key in a pocket pen, but it does seem like it locks up tight enough that it's not going to come unscrewed in your pocket, because that always sucks. Here you go, check that thing out.
Sure. Can I have something to scribble on?
Yes. Oh yeah, you got a desk over there. Write notepads paper review incoming soon now? Yeah, probably. I've also got, I've got this little notepad, but I've also got these from Write Notepads, which are from the Test Kitchen line, which are pretty cool. These are mega heavy. I actually don't know what the weight is on this paper, but I mean, you can see how thick it is, I think. That's the noise it makes. And it has these beautiful little letter-pressed woodcut fishes and stuff. So, what do you think?
It's a pen.
It is.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, so this will be fun. So I'm going to do a review of this eventually. Let's see. Write notepads, paper. Yes. Drunk Chris really talking excitedly about notebooks and printing was fun. I bet it was. Knife is made by the Phoenix Flashlight Company. I'm not surprised. It's one of those Chinese makers like Wee Knives making cool stuff now. It's got a really nice action on it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's steel because it's pretty darn heavy, but it's got a very nice action. I like the blued spacers and thumb studs and carry clip and stuff. It's pretty nice. Oh, you want to see a knife?
Sure.
There you go. 01 is clipless. Ah, cool. Yes. Hey, Emil, welcome. Emil's in Poland. Fishy. Oh, yeah, there's a fish on there, yeah. I replaced it with the fine blue-black refill. Medium space pen is Garbaggio. This one seems like it's working okay. This one I think is a medium as well, but this one sucks. So we'll see. Maybe that'll be the downfall of the pen, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna use it as it came because that seems like the right thing to do for pens. Bad times you hide from the internet stuff. Jeez, Emil. Sorry, man. Hope you're doing okay. Glad you showed up. Jim's selling most of his knives. I did see that, Jim, and I'm trying not to buy any of your knives from you. We'll see if other people take them first. I don't need a blue-purple scale para too, but I do want one. Also, that 940 is real cool. Yeah, Emil, we're glad to see you around, man. We were missing you on Slack the other day, and people said you were okay, but we'll see how it goes. Jim has to sell most of his knives because he lives in New York and can't carry them anywhere.
Ooh, is that not allowed?
Well, they're very, very restrictive and...
Liberals.
I know. And, yeah. So. I do have a little knife that's actually in the other room right now, which is designed for some, like, I think, the laws of Denmark or something, which requires you can't open it with one hand and it can't lock.
Huh.
So I've got a knife that was made specifically for that purpose. It's a weird little knife. But, yeah. All right, y'all, it's been over an hour, and we actually have to pick up our dogs at the doggy daycare here in a little bit. So I'm going to call it a day. Final questions time. What do you got?
There's that person who wanted advice for lecture note writing.
Oh, yeah. What do you do for your lecture notes?
There are two things that I do. One is I try to pace the time in my lecture notes. I kind of like map it out. Like this should take 10 minutes. This should take 15 minutes, etc. Oh. And I try to do that. The other thing that I do, and I started doing this over the last couple of years, is I make my notes in terms of what I want the board to look like by the time I'm done. So I kind of like map out what the whiteboard or the chalkboard should look like. And so a lot of my notes are just kind of like, this is what the chalkboard should look like. Especially if I'm going like really fast and I just kind of take a glance at it. I'm like, yeah, all right. I get a sense of like what the board should look like by the end of the class. That's my 2 cents for lecture note writing.
That is way more comprehensive than what I do.
Yeah? Okay. Nobody teaches us how to do this stuff when we're in graduate school.
Nope.
By the way. Yeah.
No, you just kind of screw up until you find a thing that works for you.
Yeah.
I bet no two people really do it the same way. My lecture notes are... I mean, I use a lot of PowerPoint-y type stuff, so that's usually like the sort of final step. The first thing I do is, I go through whatever the material is that I'm covering, and I try to find sort of like the big themes. And then I try to find the sort of sub-themes that will tie these things all together. Mm-hmm. Because when you're teaching philosophy stuff, these students are not usually ready to read full-on philosophy papers.
Yeah.
And so they don't understand how ideas fit together and how an argument works.
Yeah, you have to show them. You have to teach them.
Yeah, right. And so that's what I try to do in my lecture notes. Is I try to deconstruct the stuff.
Yeah. And
then figure out what it's going to take for them to get there. I've never thought of doing it by like how long I think it's going to take. I think I just wing it. I've got a good sense of time, and so I can sort of tell
I wander
where
and go
I am
on tangents, and sometimes I like discussions, and so that sometimes will take me off track.
Yeah.
So it's good for me to know that like we should spend 30 minutes on this idea because we need another 30 minutes to do this idea.
Yeah, generally I'll build in a little bit of padding into my syllabus, like in my calendar.
Yeah.
So if something like that happens, I'm totally cool going with tangents. I'm a very tangent-y person.
Yeah.
I like the sliced alone conversation.
Yeah.
I think in philosophy a lot of times we're teaching them how to think, and so thinking publicly is...
Yeah, to do it on the fly, right?
Yeah, I think the tangent is actually useful.
Yeah.
And most of the time... Right. Sure. Yeah. And most of the time they'll realize this by the end of the semester.
Yeah.
So for the most of the semester, like, man, this Madison guy gets off topic a lot and goes on tangents. And at the end they say, you know what, I see what you were doing. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. The first time I was like, yeah, no, I'm totally doing that.
I get conflicting stuff in course evaluation sometimes. Like on the same course evaluation I'll get, we didn't have enough time to like follow tangents in discussions in class, and somebody else will say like, we spent too much time following tangents in discussions in class. I don't know. I guess that means I'm striking the right balance if everybody's upset.
That's right. That's the best compromise. One that nobody likes. Yeah. So Jim says, nice catch on the swear. So first pass is I take reading notes as I'm going through whatever the reading is. Second pass is I'm pulling out like the big ideas. Third pass is like trying to figure out how the argument goes together. Yeah. Fourth is probably whatever PowerPoint stuff I put together, if I put one together.
Yeah.
And then the fifth one is like sort of my handwritten notes to go along with the PowerPoints. But those are usually just big headings because by then I know what the material is cold, and so I'll be like, talk about this argument.
You just need a reminder to like get you started on this.
Yeah, or maybe there's 2 or 3 things I really want to hit. Like there's this one really important argument, and then there's like this thought experiment that's going to take a little time, but we got to hit that.
Yeah.
I don't want to forget it, and those kind of things. So that's pretty much it. That's what I do for lesson plans. Let's see. Came here to brag because you got a Kareen for $20. That's awesome, Emil. I have wanted one of those since I was in high school. I've never gotten one. I just haven't done it. Those are great pens. Cool. Kareen for $20 would you call a good deal in caps? That is true. Sarah liked your idea there.
Good.
Thanks for the advice. You're welcome. Yeah, nobody teaches you how to teach. I actually went to a graduate school where they did have a class on teaching philosophy.
We had a class on teaching philosophy, but it was more like a support group for people who were teaching philosophy for the first time.
Oh. Yeah, ours was like kind of a how-to, like nuts and bolts sort of thing. Like you had to practice giving lectures and stuff like that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we had a little bit of that. Almost nobody I've ever talked to in philosophy has had that, though. Karis has some new pockets coming around for $50. That's true. I have seen those, but I haven't used them. They didn't send me any. Nice catching the swear. Yeah, lesson plans are important. Try to think of what questions might appear and figure out the answers before going to class.
Mm-hmm.
True. Congrats, you have a PhD in not teaching. Now go teach. Accurate. Do you do all this the night before like your students do? Look, I'd like to say no. And the answer is kind of no, because also sometimes I do it the morning of. But my procrastination only knows one limit, and that is performance time.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I try to be a bit more ahead than that, but I'm not super far ahead.
if it's a new class, though, right? If it's an old class, you have...
Yeah, if it's an old class, I'm good. Yeah. In fact, those I don't even have to prep for anymore, unless I'm doing a brand new material. Those are just in the box. It has to be better than your one prof spent 3 hours just copying his notes word for word on the board. Yikes. 15 pages of notes each class. Talking about needing a good pen to write it all. That sounds horrible. I did have a math professor who would write with one hand and erase with the other as he went. He'd like be writing formulas and stuff and erasing it. It was not great. I did not do well in that class. Shockingly. Greek philosophers had long white beards. You just have to leave your beards to grow. Apparently we have to grow longer beards. Sorry. Leave the term you're looking for, stream of consciousness. Kinda. I have a beard, you just need a brain, hope it grows as easily as the beard. You just gotta feed it like you do a beard. Who's the second man? This is Adam Rosenfeld, one of my colleagues and good friends. We had a school I went to. Had a school you went to in the Marines? I believe you. Beard swap? Nah. Oh, Joe. No, Joe, you can keep your beard, man. This is as long as I want mine. If it gets any longer, I feel like it's... This is going to sound weird. Do you ever wake up with bed beard? Like you have like bed head, but your beard is like all off to one side or something?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
More than bed head?
I don't have that much hair anymore, so it's going to be less of a problem.
Wash your face and get everything in order?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, no, I don't like having a long beard. It's not really my jam. Is he a fountain pen user? Only when I bring him a fountain pen. He does have very nice penmanship, and he can use a fountain pen. He just doesn't generally. I also really like The Last Jedi. Well, that seems pretty random, but I also like The Last Jedi just fine. It was a fine movie. It's pretty random. All right, kids, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Thanks for hanging out with us for the last over an hour or so, and I'll be back next Friday. Until then, be on the lookout for reviews of stuff. I don't really know what's coming. Oh, let's see. Had a math prof that wrote with one hand, erased with the other too. Never ran out of board space. This guy actually didn't have to even do it. So the lecture hall that this guy wrote in, where he wrote with one hand and erased with the other, had those boards you just like throw it up into the sky and another one comes down. I think it was maybe 3-4 boards deep. It was one of those weird ones that I think the last one must have rotated the first one back down or something. But there was like a baseboard and like 2 or 3 out, and you could just like throw them up into the air as you're going. But I guess he didn't want to have to erase an entire board, so he just kind of went like this. Thought you shaved it off for summer. I generally do. I just kind of kept it. I don't know.
That's the thing about beards. You don't have to do anything to grow them. You just have to do nothing.
Just have to wait.
Yeah.
And be a man.
Yeah.
I told that to a student one time.
You have to wait and be a man.
Yeah. It got a good laugh from his girlfriend. This dude actually came to my office hours. It was an A&T as well.
Yeah.
He came to my office hours. He's like, "Hey, Madison, how do you grow a beard like that?" I'm just like, "Wait, be a man."
You hold your nose when you sneeze.
That's right. If you just like when you have to fart, you just don't. All right, folks. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Thank Adam, and we'll see you later. Peace out.